Okay guys, here it is. 2023 Cadillac Escalade V. I just took this today. $192,000 this vehicle. Let's talk a little bit about it here. So as you can see, we got some new rims. I had these painted black by the dealer. I like just my opinion, I like black on black on these rims, so I'll get a closer look in a little bit. But they do not come with the black. You'll see the new V emblem right here, and you can see, I'll zoom right in on this. This is how you can tell the new V. Now this is my 12th Escalade. I'm the first one to receive this anywhere. The owner of the dealership is getting the second one. So I got a temp plate on it right now. Picked it up today. I'm going to show you all around here. You're going to see these. Not only would have one dual, but we kick out, and you're going to see the new rear bumper there. And I'm going to look at this a little bit later. But you're going to see that second one right there. Okay, and you'll see up here another V emblem. Okay, so I'm going to compare this, as I just got it today, to my others, and you're going to see in the background over here, my wife's got the ESV with Super Cruise, and I'm just going to take you right around right here to the front. That Super Cruise vehicle, the ESV, I just gave up my standard 2022 Esky. Let's hop inside and take a look over here. The inside is exactly the way it was. Okay, I want to let you know there's no difference to my Escalade that I gave up today, which is the 2022. You hear that engine? The only change that I'm seeing right now is number one, we got a V right here, okay, which is not on. This is the horsepower right here. This is what switches it over to the V. You guys aren't familiar with the Escalade, there's a million reviews about it with the big screen, as you can see. All the features that scroll right over here. You got a big screen in the front, and you got a side over here. This is where you could change your night vision, okay, which changes the screen. Obviously it's not nighttime right now, else I'd show you that. I got an AR camera right here. This gives you the view of the outside. Let me see if I can move this wheel here, and you can see right there. Maybe I'll get the camera right in here. You can see as I'm taking directions, my whole dashboard turns into a screen, so you can view right out the camera out the front. Okay, night vision, I'll flip that on one more time, takes that whole screen, and now you can see people, deer, or animals at night shine right out while you're looking at that. Under the AR camera, okay, the great thing about it is if I put my directions on and I want to go somewhere, it's going to show my directions live with turning lanes, and I'll show you that a little bit later. If you're not familiar with it, we got the cup holders. This right here turns into a refrigerator. Right here, you clap that button on once, you hit it twice, this thing will be freezing if you put some water bottles or your drinks right in there. You got your, of course, your USBs and everything else right there. Let's go take a look at the back seat real quick. Before I get to the back seat, just want to show you this real quick. Rear view mirror, but watch what happens when I flip the button. Right, that's a TV camera right there showing the back. It's a much wider screen. Look at how you can see that in the back, and how if I just tilt this back normally, it's a standard view looking at the seats and everything else. So you got people in the third row, you're packed in, look at this, no problem. I could be up to the ceiling in the back, and I just pop that on and I'm seeing none of this. Okay, I got the bucket seats, third row, and I'll show you the screens on the second row. Second row bucket seats, pretty standard. They did a great job when they went with the independent suspension, being able to get this third row. This third row was awful in the Escalade. All my old Escalades were absolutely pitiful because the floor was bumped up. You had your knees up against your face, and they fixed that now. And of course, this is the view now. You know, I'm 6 feet. You got my knees, no problem. And I got my nice, both 2 TVs right here. The great thing about this that I found out as we look straight up at the sunroof here, which of course goes all the way back to the back seat. I mean, how much glass do we have in this car? The wonderful thing about this rear package is that they changed, was that they've now included Hulu onto it, so that when you log in now, we used to have to plug into the USB, get an Amazon stick and the whole thing, and now you got Hulu right there. You can jump on YouTube, whatever you want. So it all comes preloaded. I have I've got a Challenger Hellcat with the 797 horsepower, and I'm going to show you that real quick too in a little bit, and we'll compare the 2 engines in a second. But let's pop this in. Let's pop this baby on, and so you can take a listen. All you got to do on the new red key, by the way, this is something brand new. Of course, just hit that start twice, and you're gonna ready to rock and roll here. Now remember, I don't have the V on right now, but this thing's got some rumble to it. You can hear that. Dual exhaust, new rear bumper back here also. Let's shut this down. Now the Escalade front was super nasty before, but now they've added this bottom little louver here and grill. Of course, information, cameras, and now they have these new side louvers here also. Really sharp, done a nice job with it, make it a little nastier, matches the sound, matches the horsepower. So let's take a look at the engine real quick. So engine, super typical, not too much difference. Of course, we got the new supercharged, right in the engine. And this thing's up in the 600s, mid 6s of horsepower. Now, my Challenger, which is 797, we're going to compare the 2 here and take a look. Obviously, the Challenger is a whole nother animal. I can't even keep the rear tires on it, and I haven't gotten on this car yet since I just got it about an hour ago, but we're going to take it for a ride. Let's do it. Another new addition to the interior, just noticing these things. Got new pedals, metal, they're just standard black. Of course, looks like we got a little V on there also on the dash. All right, we fired it up, we're inside. Let me grab the belt. Let's take this little baby for a spin. So here we are driving, super quiet, right? Not bad. You can definitely hear a different rumble in the back than my standard. And of course, this is the view. This is not your live view. There's your live view, but I just wanted to show you that AR in action. And this is pretty unique when you go into do some directions. I'll pop in some directions.
Right to Old Village Lane.
So I just plugged in just a local gas station. You can maybe see that arrow down below here. And I'm letting you look at that AR screen. And by the way, something interesting that you may be able to see if I lower this down, if you can maybe see this in the screen and then my windshield, you can see my miles per hour. And if I want to put the directions there, I can also do that. I can change the height of this and the brightness of it right there on my screen. Okay, so that tells you my speed and the speed limit. Okay, so 28 and what am I going? 20 and a 25. So again,
1/4 of a mile, turn left.
You're not looking outside. You're looking at my AR screen down here below. Okay, that's outside right there.
In 600 feet.
So let's see. You watch this arrow on my AR, and you can start to see the arrows going right there. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Turning left and telling me to turn left. I just wanted to show you how that pops right up on your screen now. So you don't always have to rely on this massive navigation, which is fine, but you also have it right here now. Something interesting as we're driving here, if you want to look at your oil life, your tire pressures, whatever you want to see, it's all right here. And you can just swipe it and take a look at a live feature of what's going on. Battery voltage, right? And you can see that whatever you like to see is active right here. It even goes down to your brakes. Okay, your oil pressure, coolant. Here's your brake pad life right there. Pretty wild stuff. You can see right here, ambient lighting. Really, really fascinating. You could change the lights. There's lights, interior lights in here to whatever colors you want. Obviously, right now, you could select, if you got daughters, you can select pink. You can go blues, whatever you like. You have it right here, and all the interior lights streamlined to those colors. There's a button right here, see camera. You can catch that while we're driving. That's actually on the hitch. I could change the view. That's whoever's behind me. Okay, so you can imagine you could be able to watch whoever's behind you. You can go wide, you can go overhead. You could be in the car and see all around you, and pretty fascinating. But this is while driving. I can look back there and see the rear. You can see right here a conversation enhancement. Really fascinating. If you've got somebody in the third row, and let's say you're listening to the radio and you're chatting, you could change this conversation to normal, high, or off, and my voice goes through the speakers. It has a microphone, and they can also have a microphone. I can hear them perfectly, even through a whisper. I can whisper, and they'll hear me perfectly. Really, really nice feature. So I'm gonna pop this on, first time for me. V is now on. I can hear the engines instantly. RPMs are up. And when I get down here, we'll jump on it and see what this baby sounds like. I can hear the outside roaring. Sorry about all the wind noise, guys, but we're doing it live. So let's get on it and see what this baby sounds like. Okay. That was 0 to 47, okay? So you can just imagine that thing was all fired up, okay? And I didn't even get on it. I can smell the burn right now of the V. It's so fascinating. All right, so we're gonna come up here. Next stop sign, we'll give it another shot. Okay, you can hear a little rumble. Let's rock and roll and see what we got. All right, everybody, we're going 25 right here. Let's just see what we got around this little corner here. So this thing is louder than my Challenger. Listen to the bubbling going on. All right, let's do a little U-turn. Spin this baby around. All right. So you can hear that. I hope it's coming through to the camera. Anyway, that's the V. Let's go take the Challenger out real quick. I'll let you take a listen to that and see what you think. One more punch. I'm gonna fire up the Challenger now, guys. My Challenger, Hellcat, 797 horse. It's a beast. There's the Redeye. So we're gonna let this baby cool off a little bit, heat up, and we'll give it a little spin and see what we think. For those of you who've never been in a Challenger, this car is like driving a 1980s car interior. I mean, this is what I actually liked about it. It's got the leather seats and basic dash. Obviously, rear camera, and of course, we always want to take the red key. The red key's got the big horsepower, and the there's your rescue, by the way. The black key's only around 500 horsepower. It's a beautiful September day, as you can see. As this Challenger warms up, I'm gonna start to see if we can get on this a little bit, let you take a listen. We'll compare these engines. I'm gonna go to the same spot I was before. All right, I'm gonna take you outside. Let's get on at the same spot. Woo! That's powerful. Okay, let's do that same U-turn. Swing this baby around. And what are we going here? 10-15. I'll just let you see the speedometer on this one. I'll take you outside in a second. So, my final analysis on this is pretty simple. The pull on this car is just ridiculous. I mean, you're looking at 800 horsepower. You just can't keep these tires on the ground. I'm just talking normal driving. We're not talking track driving. I can go into all that on here. We've got a whole SRT package here that will take you directly to basically a drag race type thing. It's got a launch. See this SRT button right here? Changes the whole screen. Check this out. Track, sport, custom, auto. I can go to track. All these things change. Tells you exactly what you have to do pre-race, post-race. This is a serious beast. So here's the thing. Final analysis. You're looking at the Challenger, right? Challenger's just a monster. But this car, you can see they tweaked it to make it give it a lot of noise, a lot of bucking, a lot of gurgles when you take your foot off that gas pedal. So it feels like a strong car. I mean, it's a heavy, big beast. I like big, fast sports cars. I mean, this is what we've been looking for. We've been waiting for the Escalade to come out with a big bad boy engine, and then we got it. So I hope you enjoyed this, guys. If you had any questions, comments below. I just got this thing today. Wanted to give it a quick test drive for you. If you have any questions, shoot me. I'll get them right back to you, and or any comments. Hope you enjoyed it.